Well, Makare came about as an accident. It was, it's a well-known story that I went to the studio to record, and I forgot my lyrics. I took Simi, Rova, and Felix to play in the track. So since we had had the studio, Phil the K was the sound engineer. I mean, the producer. So he said, "Oh, why don't we just do something then?" So I did one of my favorite classics, which is Wabukit Burubura. And we recorded it. It sounded good. Like we sort of like juiced it up, rejigged it from how the original was done by Bonilo Menobo. And everybody who heard it liked the vibe, because it totally changed the structure of the song. So we thought we'd do another one. We did Nangona. So while we were doing this, we didn't even have a name, So everybody said, "Oh, you guys got something special here," so. And then Makare. That's how Makare actually. The name came from. We were looking for a name. A few names came up. It started from Felix Chaudhary Band to somebody called us that, and then we couldn't really decide on the name. And then Phil's wife gave birth to he and his daughter Makare. So we all thought, "Oh, that's a good name to name a band," because mainly what we were doing was old songs, which was recorded in the analog era, where musicians just came and jammed with their guitars in ukulele, and was recorded in studio. And we were sort of like repackaging it and giving it a lot more clarity. Yeah? So Makare sort of fit it, which Makare means clarity, calmness, and that name sort of stuck. Yes, we're proud to have. That would have been our contribution to Fijian music, was bringing those songs back to life. Giving it another maybe 20 years life until somebody else picks it up, and because these are songs that that we grew up listening to, and they were good songs, and we didn't really want it to sort of like just fade away. And I think we did a good job to it, and we're glad that it's now become sort of like classics where people can remember. Because if you remember, we weren't the first to do it. Sakyu Sambuli Tako was one of the pioneers in doing this, bringing back old songs. If you listen to Sakyusa songs, they were all old songs. And if Sakyusa didn't sing it, we would have forgotten about all those songs, because those songs were all singing ringy songs, And Black Rose, when they first started, their first album was the same, So we sort of like continued on that journey, and we've decided now to stick to that. As you know, we're all individual artists. Simi has his own production company. He's got his own music going on. I have my own name, doing my own music, and so is Ndake. So Makare is just a project where we just come together to do. We've decided that that's what we're going to do with Makare, where we're just rejigging old songs. So when you talk about Makare, it's about old songs. If any one of us want to do originals, then we do it on our own. We won't use the Makare label in doing that. So that's how we've decided to do it, and we're happy to have the help of the 128 band members who are practicing right now, and they've been a big help to us on this third album in giving it a totally different vibe.
So there's another album coming out by now?
Yes, hopefully the album is done. It's done. We're just going through the stages of mixing it and finalizing the mix, how it sounds, putting little bits here and there to, because we're trying to make it different. Every album you put out, the next one needs to be better than the last, so it was that's why there was a big lapse in between, because we sort of like ran out of ideas, and the inclusion of Ratucho and Tax from 128 sort of like gave us that new energy, that new sound, which we were sort of like looking for, and we're thankful for their contribution to it, with Phil Ndake's creativity and Simi and my little ideas here and there. So we're excited about the third one. It's not the last time; it's the first time in 5 years that we'll be doing it. Like I said, because when we did the second one, then everybody moved on because after we did the second one, we didn't expect us to be successful as we became. We weren't ready for it. We were all stuck in our own jobs and family, and when the demand came that they wanted us here, then it took a toll on most of us, our family, because normally weekends we'd be just chillaxing at home or going with the family somewhere. And when Makare became big, we needed okay, we're playing here, and then it sort of took us away from what we normally did at home. So we sort of had to step back and see what we wanted to do. So the whole 5 years was for us to sort of check ourselves, and decide where we go from here. So we've decided that's what we're gonna do. No, we're not gonna do any more club gigs, and so we're just gonna do tours just to promote the album. And any other things that we do will be for, if Simi's got a concert, he needs us to be there. We'll go there and help. If I got something, they'll come. But as long as Makare is, we'll just stick to recording old songs, bringing it back to life, and just doing concerts to promote it. That's it. We're aiming for August. But realistically September. But if we can release it by August, that'll be awesome. I got one of my favorites. It's Boni Lomay Nambu song, Isabula. Isabula ni Padaw di Lambuto. It's a song that we used to sing. Everybody growing up in our time will know that song. We grew up singing it along. And Oile Maria. It's another old Boni Lomay Nambu song. So I'm excited because it's a mix of different songs, and all favorites. The old people will hear it and it'll bring back a lot of memories. Because the difference with this one is, the first two albums we changed how the song was sung. This one we've decided to bring it back to the old school way of singing, 3 voices, harmony, but just change the music structure, how it's played. So if you know those songs, it's sung the way it was sung in the original.